A tough lesson learned. Stop following the distraction of sparkles and glitters that doesn't align with your path. That was a huge lesson that I've learnt, and I still try and reminding myself, because that little devil that sits on your shoulder says if you follow that path, it's going to give you more money, it's going to give you more time, it's going to give you all the material things that you want. But what he doesn't tell you is that it doesn't make you feel happy, it doesn't give you the joy, it doesn't give you the fulfillment that really resonates within you. And you get so caught up in what he's telling you, and you sort of just take yourself into that bubble of, oh yes, it's going to solve all my problems. He said, I'll have more money, I'm going to have more time to do things, I'll have more finances to buy the material things that, that will make me happy. So you get caught up in that. And when you really think, does that make me happy? Because for a lot of my years, I have followed what I thought I wanted to do. I learnt a lot, I gained a lot of experience. And so when I start thinking about, oh, okay, that's logically and analytically, because that's what our mind does, it follows you on a path. You start following a journey that you think that you are doing the right thing. And of course, you really need to do that so that you know what you don't want. So I did that for a few years, and there was a lot of forcing and efforting and emotional ups and downs. And so I lost the flow. I lost the flow of what aligns to me. I lost the flow that it didn't need to have that much effort. And I really felt quite overwhelmed and anxious, and as I said, the emotional ups and downs that I was feeling. And then I started to doubt myself. I started to think it was all about me. And you don't become confident in yourself, and you don't really feel happy within yourself. And as soon as I found that feeling that, oh my God, is this what I want to do? Is this what I want to be feeling all the time? So when I let that go, I felt this huge burden off my shoulders. I really felt that, why am I pushing against a wall that it just keeps coming down on me? Nothing aligned, nothing ever came together, nothing ever flowed. And so when I let that go and I started doing the things that really gave me joy and really filled my heart, and I would start, feeling good about myself. I felt confident in what I was doing, that I really enjoyed and loved with a passion. And you forget, when you're in this distraction, that you are actually loving what you do. You become more motivated, you become more creative, you actually want to learn more, you want to do more. And how I did this was I really needed to be calm, and I really needed to be reflective of what really brought me joy. It certainly wasn't what the devil was saying, or we'll call it the devil, but it was obviously our mind being distracted. And so I needed to really sit and have some thought about what I wanted to to feel, how I wanted to wake up every morning, how I wanted to do things that brought me happiness. And as soon as I did that, everything just aligned. I saw results. I became more of myself, and I trusted so much more. And I know that you're going to think, well, you know, it doesn't give me money. It's not going, if I'd followed my passion and I followed what brought me joy, it's not going to give me the abundance. It's not going to make me feel like I've got enough financial stability. But when you're following your passion and when you're following what you are wanting to do that serves a purpose for you, things will flow. Money does come in, and it's a universal law that when you are actually following your passion and things just, all the ducks become aligned, so does what you need and what you want and what you desire. And when you're reflecting on what you're deciding to do that brings you passion, you know instinctively, you begin to smile, you begin to know, that's right, you know, that is truly what I'm meant to be doing. And you can just feel it within you. And so when you are following what you desire the most, people come to you, situations happen, things just flow so much better. And your ideas of what perhaps gave you happiness before, what you thought gave you joy, what made you feel good, and whether that's something you bought, whether that was something you were doing, when you become more aware of what you're doing is beneficial and aligning to you, that all just changes. What happened to you, what made you, the things that you were doing that made you happy, came and went as fast as it came in. Meaning, if you bought something, a dress, which I loved buying, that was an instant joy, that was an instant happiness. I'm not saying that when I buy something now, it doesn't give me joy, but it's different because I really starting to think, well, that's great, but what I love buying now is so different. It's a different materialistic value on things now. I have such a different view on what brings me happiness. And when you have that awareness of what brings you happiness, materialistic value also changes. And when you have that change, so does the thought of money, so does the thought of what you value changes. Setting in your intention just energetically of what gives you happiness and what fulfills your heart, that energy shifts so many perspectives, and I feel so much more appreciative and grateful for the times that I was maybe struggling with, because now I know what I don't want in my life. Now I know what I want and desire and look forward to doing. And that doesn't mean to staying in the past for so long. That past is just a reflection of gratitude, of appreciation. And looking too far forward, I don't then think of the what ifs and the hows. I just appreciate that my intention for what I desire to happen that gives me joy will happen when it needs to happen. And I don't look that far down the magnifying glass or the telescope, so to speak. I just be in the present moment of what I'm enjoying, what I'm looking forward to, what I love doing now, here and now. And that's obviously the channeling and my therapy. And when I really embrace that, I changed, and my views changed, and my perspectives changed. So calming the monkey mind of all the glitz and glamour of what the monkey mind thinks that you need, jumping from branch to branch, from really saying to the monkey mind, just quieten down and reflect on what gives you that smile internally and physically. Because when you're calm enough to reflect on what gives you peace and harmony and joy, you do light up. You really do light up. And you have this peace within yourself that you know aligns with you. So if there is something that you want to do and perhaps have not done, which makes you feel joy, just step forward and just do something small. Do something small towards that and see how that feels. Because one small step, one small action will change so much of your perspective. That old saying, one small step for mankind, absolutely will bring in such a huge change in your life. So I look forward to hearing whatever step you take towards what you feel gives you love and happiness and peace.